Okay, so our final story of today, we got another article from Common Dreams. I mean, not my ideal source, as I keep stating over and over. It is independent journalism, but they tend to be like capitalism's reformable. But migrant rescue crackdown by Italy's far-right cabinet slammed as call to let people drown. So let's just get right into it. And I was just like in the last video I brought up about Italy's neo-Fascist female president, and the liberals will get all excited because it's a woman. Yeah, but she's a neo-fascist. I thought you all were against neo-fascism. But oh no, that's only when Republicans do neo-fascism. You're against it. Okay. In recent years, we have tried to fill the void left by the absence of a state aid system, said Doctors Without Borders Italy. But if they make the task more difficult, if not impossible, who's going to save lives? This is by Brett Wilkins, by the way. Human rights defenders on Thursday condemned a decree by Italy's far-right government limiting the operations of migrant rescue ships, warning that the new restrictions would add to a refugee death toll that's already in the tens of thousands. I already know where this article's going. Common Dreams is going to act like the Democrats in the United States don't do the exact same thing when it comes to our borders, when it comes to refugees, when it comes to immigrants in general. But just look at Joe Biden's border policy and you'll see exactly what we're doing at the border right now. How inhumane we are treating the so-called illegal immigrants or undocumented immigrants, when in reality, countries are a social construct and no human is illegal. But let's continue. The year-end decree issued Wednesday by Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and her neo-fascist Brothers of Italy cabinet compels ships to proceed immediately to an assigned port after a rescue instead of providing aid to other distressed vessels as is commonly done. Critics say humanitarian vessels will be assigned to distant ports in order to keep them from the rescue zone for as long as possible. Imagine a car accident with many injured and an ambulance forced to take them to hospitals in another region. At some point, there will be no ambulances available. Under the new rules, migrants must also declare while abroad a rescue ship whether they wish to apply for asylum, and if so, in which European Union country. Captains of civilian vessels found in violation of the rules face fines of up to 50,000 euros. I think that's euros. Let me. I don't think it's not pounds. Yeah, it's euros. 50,000 euros, $50,500, $53,500, and confiscation and impoundment of their ships. With the new rules imposed by the Italian government on NGO vessels, we will be forced to leave relief areas in the Mediterranean Sea unguarded, with an inevitable increase in the number of dead. Doctors Without Borders Italy said in a statement. Imagine a car accident with many injured and ambulance forced to take them to hospital. That's just what I read. In recent years, we have tried to fill the void left by the absence of a state aid system, the group noted, but if they make the task more difficult, if not impossible, who's going to save lives? The NGO continued. The captains and crews of the ships will be faced with an ethical dilemma between the duty to provide rescue according to the law of the sea and that of respecting the rules by heading to port after having carried out the first rescue. And to think that until 2017, when our help was considered precious and there was a tested rescue mechanism, it was often the Italian Coast Guard who asked us to stay at sea one more day to cover an area and make up for their lack of means. Oliver Gilikowski, spokesperson for the Berlin-based rescue group Sea-Watch said in a statement that the Italian government's new decree is a call to let people drown. Forcing ships into port violates the duty to rescue should there be more people in distress at sea, he added. We will also resist the attempt to criminalize civil sea rescue and deprive people on the move of their rights. The politically motivated allocation of distant ports endangers the health of rescue peoples and intended to keep rescue ships out of the Mediterranean for as long as possible. Sea-Watch medical coordinator Hendrik Forster asserted that the politically motivated allocation of distant ports endangers the health of rescue people and is intended to keep rescue ships out of the Mediterranean for as long as possible. The Italian government thereby makes itself directly responsible for health consequences on board the rescue ships. Forster added, since being elected 3 months ago on a xenophobic, anti-migrant platform, Meloni and her government have cracked down on rescue ship activity, claiming humanitarian groups are boosting, if not working with, human traffickers. Within 48 hours of entering office, Interior Minister Matteo Piantedosi issued a directive prohibiting 2 rescue ships, Humanity 1 and Ocean Viking, from entering Italian ports. Humanity 1 was allowed to dock in Catania, Sicily in November. After being denied permission to disembark in Italy, Ocean Viking, which is run by the group SOS Mediterranee, sailed for France, where, amid a diplomatic row between the 2 countries, more than 200 migrants were allowed to come ashore after weeks at sea. Ocean Viking has returned to Italy with another 113 rescued migrants aboard and is being forced to travel 900 nautical miles around the boot of Italy to Ravenna on the Adriatic coast in the country's northeast. The Italian Interior Ministry says around 102,000 asylum seekers have disembarked in Italy this year, an increase from about 66,500 in 2021. 2016, the figure was 181,000. Migrants who often undertake the perilous voyage from North Africa in inflatable dinghies or rickety wooden fishing boats are fleeing wars and other armed conflicts, the climate emergency, hunger, and economic privation in their home countries. Economic privation are most usually caused by foreign countries placing economic sanctions on those countries, which harm the working class in those countries. According to the International Office on Migration, more than 2,000 migrants died attempting to cross the Mediterranean Sea this year. Since record-keeping began in 2014, IOM says that over 25 migrants have gone missing while crossing the sea. Migrant rescue organizations have been the target of Italian government surveillance and infiltration for years. Following an undercover sting operation based at least partly on the conspiracy theory that rescue groups are funded by globalist elites in league with Libyan traffickers, 4 members of the German NGO Jugend Rhetorik were arrested and are on trial in Sicily for aiding and abetting illegal immigration. The activists who deny the charges face up to 20 years in prison if convicted. 21 people in total, including the crews of the Jugend Rettet's Ayuventa rescue ship and members of groups including Sea-Watch, Save the Children, and Doctors Without Borders, stand charged with colluding with human traffickers to bring migrants into Italy in 2016-2017. Jugend Rettet says Ayuventa's crew rescued 2,000 people in the summer of 2016 alone. And before this article ends, I want to point out that immigration and free travel is a human right, and there should not be all borders in every country and every country should be open. We should be abolishing all national borders, in my opinion. And this would also feel like if the world was more open to other countries, more understanding of other cultures and things like that, there would be a lot less war and a lot less fighting and a lot less racism and things like that. Instead of sea rescues being charged for saving lives, Italian and European politicians should be charged with crimes against humanity. A lawyer for the defendants told Open Democracy last year. It is really the world upside down. We will make it right. Alright, so that concludes that. But yeah, we should just be opening borders. I know this is not talking about the United States, but the United States really violates human rights when it comes to immigration. So, but that's going to conclude this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. This has been the Socialist Report.